Polygamy, there was polyandry. And polyandry was the woman had multiple partners. And as the time went on and the ratio of men fell below a certain percentage, it was the woman that produced a form of polyandry to the male in the aspect of polygamy, so that they could have a balance, so her sisters could have access to males that not males in the society when things fell to a certain level.
Man, that's
So
nothing
sharing
but
is caring.
yeah, that ain't nothing but some bullshit.
Sharing is caring.
Yeah,
The
that's
woman wanted to make sure that her sister would get some too.
and people get on here and say any damn thing. Cause that ain't nothing but just somebody coming up with some shit off the top of their head. Cause that never was. If women could have multiple partners, if that's how the world worked, man, that would be kids all over the place. It would be kids all over the place.
It is
Society
kids
don't
all over
operate
the
like
place.
that, first of all. So maybe you had a queen or something that had different men, and because she was on the throne somewhere, but generally throughout society, absolutely not. Stop it,
No,
man.
no, 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 no. That's not what he's saying. He said
What the
that
hell he saying? That's what I
he
got out
said
of it.
the woman would go to the man she was with. So, like, if I was your woman, I will come to you and ask you, could my sister come and be a part of our
Oh,
marriage,
okay.
our relationship, because she couldn't find a man. He said when the men got to the point where there were less men and more women, the women introduced
Man, let
poly
me listen at this
relationship.
again. Hold on.
There was
Yes.
polygamy, there was polyandry. And polyandry was the woman had multiple
The
partners.
woman had multiple partners.
And as
Right.
the time went on and the ratio of men fell
You.
below a certain percentage, it was the woman that produced.
Yeah, man, that's what he said. The woman had multiple
He said
partners.
before the woman
Yeah,
had well, the women
yeah,
still got multiple partners.
bullshit, man. Yeah, you
What
ain't.
is you
Yeah,
talking about?
you
Women
ain't.
still got multiple
You ain't
partners.
lying. You ain't lying.
So basically
And
he's just saying now that the woman is asking the man to accept it. But women still got multiple partners. What are you talking about?
well, that body count is real.
So ain't nothing changed then.
Yeah, that body count is real. That's why the women begin. Well, I don't. Damn
But
women don't
I
even
don't
get
know, he
offended
kind
by
of
nothing.
contradictory in what he said, because later on he said when a number of men went down, women introduced it to the men. So it's kind of confusing in what he said
Because
because it
it's confusing. Because it's some bullshit. That's why it's
probably so.
confusing. He just
You're correct,
talking, man. Come on
because
now.
he started
Ain't no
out. I think
society
he
where. Go ahead.
I think he messed up in the beginning in his explanation, because then he cleaned it up and said because the number of males went down, which means the women outnumbered the men, the woman would then ask her man to bring her sister in so that her sister could be taken care of as well and have a man. So I think his initial part was all over the place. I don't know. I guess he was saying the women was out there street walking or whatever in the beginning, and then it changed. But I don't really understand because he's contradicting what he said. He said the women had multiple partners. Okay, so it meant they had a lot to choose from. But then when the men rate dropped, there was more men. I mean, more women than men. So the
Man,
women had to act.
I wouldn't even try to figure out what he talking about. In the beginning, there was the women, they had more partner than the men. That's how I thought it.
Well, it's still that way
Then
that
as
women
time
have
went
it.
on, as time we know
Listen to you.
the everything changed.
And it hasn't
Like
changed.
my
It
damn
hasn't
uncle
changed.
drunk
Because at the
making
end
up
of the
some
day,
shit off the top of
women
his
are
head.
still able to have more partners
And see
than men.
what they don't understand is that it always wasn't like that.
Oh my
It
God.
always wasn't like that though. So That's how
So
it was.
so
Get your
basically, what
ass
he's
out of here,
saying
man. It sounds like you just
is
sit up and
nothing
say,
has changed
get on
because
out of here
women
with that
can
shit.
still have multiple partners.
Yeah,
So
yeah, they
now
gonna have multiple.
he's saying with poly, the men now can have multiple partners. Well,
Um,
if a woman will accept it, yes, he can. He can have as many as he can take care of under the roof if the woman will accept it. But how many women you know are going to agree to it?
man, when he started off with that first sentence, he lost me.
He
I ain't
lost
even
you.
heard none of the rest of that shit called.
Well, he told the
Man,
truth. He told the truth. He just didn't realize what he was saying. Women have always been able to have multiple partners because
no, they
men will
haven't.
sleep with women.
No, they haven't. It's just over here in the Western world because in different cultures they call women outside more than they husband. Man, that was almost a death sentence in a lot of cultures.
But do you
So
think that
no, it
stopped them
wasn't.
from doing it?
Well, hell yeah. How you gonna do it? And not only was it a death sentence for her, it was a death sentence for him. And then talking about multiple partners, man, no, this just over here, and this just a modern way that we didn't. Now women can just be free. Now it ain't nothing
So
for it ain't
so
nothing for a woman to knock down 100 dudes, man.
so we're talking about our culture. We're talking about American culture. And in
Yeah,
American culture, women have always been able to have multiple sex partners.
no,
And
we
that's
ain't
why
never.
other women,
I
that's why you
mean,
have women that
yeah,
migrate
I mean that
here.
shit was frowned upon. That he talking
It
like
doesn't
that was
it
a part. That ain't never been a part of our culture. Now
it doesn't matter if it's frowned upon or not. The bottom line to it is women have always been able to have multiple
he
partners.
talking like
Is
this a polyandry. He done gave it a name of what it is, a polyandry. Man, stop
polyandry, he
that
said. It
shit,
was
man.
polyandry.
Get on down the road with
And
that.
it
There
was
ain't but no
acceptable
name for
for
that.
women to
It's just
have
some
multiple
jazz.
partners.
It's just some jazzy
Man,
bells running around here.
leave that
Sneaky
man alone.
the
Because
ladies of the
the
night.
man is saying, so when them ladies is out there, women, listen, I want y'all to hear this. When y'all out there now and they talking about y'all for the street, nah, tell them I'm just practicing polyandry, meaning that I can have multiple men. He just told y'all.
Shit, I ain't gotta tell them nothing. Hell, these niggas don't care no more. Shit, they don't care.
So he just
And
gave y'all what it is.
hell, I mean, I'm just calling it never was like that. But today, man, these dudes run around talking about I don't want no virgin. I don't want no woman that hadn't been with another man before me. All that old foolishness.
Because sexuality is so hyped. And so now the way sexuality is, there are certain things that men desire sexually that a virgin can't offer because she hasn't had the experience to do all those things. You know, what's the word? There's a phrase for it now that the women, when you're giving him I forgot what the young girl's saying now, but it's some number that they put to it.
I don't
You
know.
know, so
I don't know. Y'all say that, but I ain't seen a cat come off the bench and score 30 in the first game. So some of these women might come out the box already, and she might hit 20 in the first go.
But how would she even know if you have nothing to compare it to? How do you even know if he's pleasing you? How do you even know what you're supposed to feel like?
Shit, just cause the first time I rode in the car, it felt good. I would ride, steady walking.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't I ain't need to ride in 2 or 3 of them before.
Yeah,
I knew
but
it
guess
felt
what?
good.
As you rode different cars, you knew the difference of the feeling. Because guess what?
Yeah, maybe.
A Honda Civic
but
don't ride like a Rolls Royce.
Maybe, but
So
that don't stop the first time. It was amazing.
it still don't change. Like I say, it's gonna be amazing because you don't know nothing else.
That's all you need.
How you know? Because
Shit,
you don't know anything else.
if it's good, it's good. You don't need to know nothing else.
How do you know it's good?
Because you know it feel good.
If all you've eaten is an apple and you've never had an orange, how do you know?
That's the wrong comparison. If
Come on, get off of it.
if you give me an apple or you give me a goddamn halfway ripe fig, I know the difference. One of them is bitter, so I don't like it. But I like the apple. the first time I ate it. So that's why I
But
want another one.
you don't know the difference if you've never had another fruit. So if all you've had was apples, you don't know the difference. But even with oranges, let's say this: if you have a tangerine, a mandarin, a orange, or grapefruit, you will only know the difference if you try each one. If you only eat one, even though they look the same, you will not know the difference.
But you know,
Because that's all you've ever
now,
had.
what you saying is you saying relative to and comparison of. But you can like something and it feel good without trying something else. You can,
But-
you just can.
Yes, you can.
Matter of fact, when them niggas hit that crack, they you know, they didn't. They may not have been. They may not been doing nothing else, but they knew that. They knew that crack. They knew that crack was good. So that's why they kept smoking.
And guess what? And most crackheads say that they continue to do it and indulge to get that same feeling they got the first time.
They didn't need nothing else.
So guess what?
After
After that first feeling, she may be looking for that same feeling. Because see, once it's done, it's done. You'll never get that feeling again. You'll never get it.
Man, I guess.
Yeah, you guess. You know I'm right. Yeah, so don't come with that.